Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. I've been practicing meditation for over 20 years, and I've been teaching meditation and yoga for almost 15 years. Have I perfected meditation? I'd say no, but I've learned that whatever happens when I assume the position of meditating is exactly that, a meditation. There's always something to learn from everything, and meditation is just another form of a message. I will be adding some short meditations here on this channel in the future so that you can join with me. In my many years of teaching, I've heard people say that they can't meditate because they can't shut off their mind. My answer to that would be, then let's practice on focusing on just your mind chatter. I do believe meditation is a misunderstood practice, and it is a practice. Meditation is a practice of concentrated focus. Focus on one thing. So, for instance, if you're going out to learn a new sport or to learn a card game, you have to practice, right? Same thing with meditation. You can't just stop because it's too difficult. If it means something to you, if you see an end result in your life because of it, if you notice that, then it's a form of let's keep going with this. So a story. At the end of my yoga classes, I would typically do a short meditation, less than 5 minutes. By the way, yoga is a form of meditation also. It's a meditation in motion. You focus on one thing, and that's body movement and being totally in your body and feeling. But that's another episode. So during this meditation, I'm guiding my students into a meditation. I even forget what it was about. Something to do with the mind, something to do with making yourself bigger than the planet. And all of a sudden, I'm taken to a place out in space where I'm floating free in this expanse of space. I'm seeing stars, I'm seeing planets, I'm seeing the earth from above, and I must have been out there for at least 15 minutes. That's what I thought. I came back to the room with this thud, opened my eyes, and said to my students, "Whoa, how long was I out?" And they all looked at me like I was crazy and said, "You only stopped speaking like a second ago. What are you talking about?" And that was my first experience with an altered state. I don't go there every time, but at that moment stayed with me for all these years, and I kind of see that as a sign. So it allowed me to continue because I kept saying, "Oh, I want to feel that again," or "I want to see where else that is going to take me." So really, all you need to do to achieve meditation is just assume the position. And the position in my opinion, would be always with a straight spine. You're either seated on the floor in lotus, which is cross-legged, or on a cushion. And you want to make sure if you're seated on a cushion that your knees, when they cross, are below your hips. Or you could just sit in a chair if that's comfortable, because you do want to be comfortable with sitting. If your mind is constantly racing to, my hips hurt, my knees hurt, my back hurts, it really takes you out of that sensation of meditation, and it keeps you in that sensation of this is uncomfortable. So you do want to get comfortable, and sitting in a chair is perfectly fine. Feet flat on the floor or feet crossed in a chair also is perfectly fine. One of the stages of meditation is reaching a state where the mind is clear. And like what happened to me in that yoga class, does that happen every time you meditate? I would say absolutely no. But it's not about the results. It's a practice to clear your mind. And I don't know many people where that happens every single time they sit down to meditate. Meditation isn't bad, isn't good, isn't right, or is it wrong? Isn't wrong. The point is to set an intention for your practice. And I know a lot of people who say, when I ask them, how long do you meditate? They say 20 minutes, half an hour, an hour. To me, that's way too long. 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day is fine. Do you need to do it the same time a day? Sure, that'd be great, but if you can't, just find 5 minutes to sit with the intention of, I'm just going to close my eyes, and even if it's just, I'm going to connect with my breath. So you can use, to meditate, a connection with just your breath. You can use outside stimulus like music. You could stare at a candle. You can use someone else's guided meditations. You can use inner awareness, body awareness. You can use breath. You can focus on something in your mind, a picture, a flower, or a symbol. There's also eating meditations, walking meditations, anything that you can focus on one thing at a time. I like to say when I brush my teeth, it's a meditation. So I focus on just brushing my teeth. And I got to tell you, I've had some pretty good aha moments while brushing my teeth. And again, I'll say, if all you can focus on is your mind chatter, well, then that's a meditation too. Okay, so here's what it boils down to. It's a slowing down. Meditation is a slowing down. Once you slow down body and breath, you start to notice other things. You begin to become aware of your mind chatter, and things begin to shift in that way. You start to see things differently. You start to look at your mind chatter from a different perspective. You become the observer or the witness of your mind chatter. Where do you go from there? Well, you could spend years on just that part of meditation, just watching. Or you can start practicing meditation without thought, nothing in your head but space. I got to tell you, those free moments of thought, when there's nothing else going on but space, are very freeing. I spend a lot of time there. That is what I practice these days for my mediumship. No thought in my mind, so that I can become more of a clear channel for spirit. They can speak to me and there are no blocks. I practice this and I still do. I hope that's helped you with the idea of basics of meditation, and maybe that will help you spend 5 minutes tomorrow or this evening just closing your eyes and focusing on your breath alone or your monkey mind, your mind chatter. Thanks again for joining me, and stay tuned for short meditations that you can do with me. Take care now. Bye-bye.